Let's do it. Welcome to JFA. Your host Raymond. It's Friday night dinner with Raymond. Tonight I'm going to make myself a meatball sub. I'm going to use some store-bought marinara sauce on it. But we're going to take and stuff our meatballs with some Italian sausage, some pepperonis, peppers and onions, little seasonings. Y'all know how we do. We'll be right back. Let me get started. I get the stuff cut up. I got my grease going. We're going to air fry them. Y'all hold on. I'll do it real quick. And then we're going to take our meat. We're going to add pepperonis to that pound of sausage and that pound of Wagyu. Now the seasonings that I'm going to be using are going to be Italian. It's going to be rosemary, Italian seasoning, some garlic, salt, pepper, and some beef bouillon. There you go. So I'm going to chop this up fine to put this in for my mixture. So they'll be stuffed meatballs. If I wanted to be crafty, I should probably stuff them with some cheese too. Wouldn't hurt. Roll it all up into a meatball. Air fry it. Now I love red onions, but Miss Cindy doesn't. Alright. We got our pound of Wagyu in here. We got our pound of Italian sausage, and we got our onion, bell pepper, and our pepperonis in here. Now we're going to do our seasoning, and then we're going to grate our cheese for our balls. We're going to try to make some stuffed meatballs. So y'all stick tuned. We are working hard. Y'all know how we do. Well, first we're going to use some Italian. All right. I know. Worked hard for that tablespoon. Now, we're going to use a full tablespoon of rosemary. There we go. Garlic too. Now, I put a little salt in here for the extra abrasive to help cut that stuff down. I hear my grease starting to pop. I have a little bacon grease in the bottom. I turn it on so it'll brown the bottom of them good while the air cooker's cooking out the rest. Because those pepperonis hold a lot of grease. Oh, there we go. Because we had to make a little extra for our sauce too. So this isn't just for that. Costco's cheese here. The Parmesan we use. There you go. That baby jumping in there. That's the way we do it. We sling it everywhere. There we go. There we go. Now, take a little bit of our mozzarella. Let's try this out. Good handful. There we go. Let's mix this all up. Move this out of the way. Move this out of the way. Everything off the table. Off the cutting board. Let's put a little seasoning in this. Alright. And the rest of the seasoning in this. And we save just a little bit of seasoning for that. Alright. All right, let's mix all this in together. I don't know of any better way to do it than how I'm doing it. Now, looks like an awesome meatloaf. That's probably what I should do with it. Just change it. Turn it into a meatloaf. Boy, Miss Cindy would be happy. Look at that. Oh, we didn't add our beef bouillon to it. Well, we will now. All right. There we go, a little beef bouillon. Now we only using probably a half of a teaspoon, so it's not a lot. But the flavor it gives it's definitely for it. All right, we got our beef bouillon added to it. Let's roll this back up. I almost forgot a step in there. Cooking and filming and making sure the audio's working, the video's working, and you're not missing steps. Yeah, it's a lot. It was a whole lot more challenging than I thought it would be. All right, we're going to roll this up into little balls. About that size like that. Yes, they're going to gradually get bigger. There we go. All right. That's what I'm working with. This is what we're trying to do. Y'all stay with me. Let's see how this turns out in a minute. We're going to get these rolled on out and get these in the air cooker. Y'all stay tuned. We're going to get on our sauce too. It is store-bought. Pay $5 for a store-bought sauce that all I needed was to cook the tomatoes down, throw in some seasons. Could have made the same thing for $2. All right, I got my meatballs all made up. Got my cheese mixed in with it here. I'm fixing to go over and drop this in the air cooker. I'm going to turn that on 390 for about 10 minutes. Y'all be right back. Y'all hold up. All right. We got our meatballs in the air cooker. They're cooking down. We fixing to start with our sauce. So let us get started. We're going to add our sauce in here. Into that. We got our extra meatballs we got to cook in a minute. Let's slide this over on some heat. Turn that off the other way. There we go. We're going to add a little bit of our seasoning that we had left. Come on now. There we go. All right. Now, just a minute. We're going to taste that to make sure that we don't need to add salt to this. Now, we're going to butter these buns. All right. This is the bread we're using here. Sausage rolls. We're going to take and butter this with a little garlic. Then we're going to put this in the air cooker whenever the meatballs are done. We're going to snatch them out. Drop them in. And then we're going to be good to go. Now we're going to put cheese in this. Whenever these start browning, these are going to get a handful of cheese. I should probably just go ahead and put the cheese on them now. Wouldn't hurt it. Probably be better. Alright. Let's get a little bit more Parmesan. And a little bit more mozzarella. Alright guys, we're going to take and break up, spread out some of our Parmesan on there. Can't have enough. There we go. We are smoking now. We're going to end up with a little bit more Parmesan in a minute. Alright, we got our meatballs still cooking. We are out of beer. Let's grab a cerveza. And we are still rolling forward. Let's move around. There we go. Let's get this thing started. There we go. Got a little bit of garlic. You know, we're going to need some black pepper. We might end up having to take it. What about some red pepper? So hell, I needed a little bit of everything. I should have just started with tomato sauce. Smart money would have been starting with tomato sauce. There we go. It ain't even bubbling yet. Let's see, we got a minute left. Let's check it. Oh, they feel good. Feel solid. Oh, there we go. Look at that. It's done. A little greasy from the pepperonis. But boy, that's good. There we go. I'll have another one of these. All right. And that's what we ended up with. We're going to drop these in there. Pull this one out. And then turn this back. We should be ready. We want a little more cheese. Since we got it out, we might as well. There is 2 sandwiches. There we go. Man. Yeah, I know. Alright, we got our meatballs done. We got our bread done. Butter, garlic. Mixture of cheese on it. Heat it up. Now, let's start building our sandwich. Or sandwiches. We're going to be a pig and eat 2. Look, cold beers. It's on. Alright. Oh, I know what we hadn't done. We have not done green onions yet. Go on top. Man, that's it. That's all you get on there. Alright. A little bit of cheese. More. A little bit more Parmesan. And we're going to cover this baby up with a little bit of salsa. Now, let's see how we do in here. I hope that radio ain't loud. I didn't realize I had set it over here. Bad part about doing it by yourself. Alright, I think. A little bit of red pepper flakes. Alright, that's as good as it's going to get. I'm getting hungry looking at this. I think a little green onion on top, and I'll be done with this. Well, this surely makes this job a whole lot more interesting. There we go. And that's probably enough. Alright, sprinkle them out. Guys, this is going to about wrap me up on them tonight. I'm going to go have some cervezas, kick back, edit some footage. Hope y'all enjoying this because I'm having a ball doing this. If y'all have any ideas, healthy foods that y'all like to see me try to cook, I would love. Alright guys, this is what I ended up with. I hope y'all approve of this. This right here is not too bad for just one person tonight. So, next time, I'm going to try to do the best of somebody better. And I'll see y'all soon. Y'all have a blessed night.